So if you didn't really know my stance on the 6-inch Black series, I have a very, very weird love-hate relationship with it. Some days I'm actually very, very impressed with it, and I feel like they make quality figures. Other days I'm very, very indifferent, and I'm not sure how I feel about my collection. And other days I just thinking about selling them all and just staying a 3 3/4 inch, because Hasbro really, really struggles to keep my interest with this line because of very difficult to get exclusives, as well as just very kind of odd management, and also some figures just feel exactly the same to me, and not in a good way. As in, they're very average, and it's not like the same thing that's already good, just awesome again. It's like the same thing that's already okay, just okay, but a little less okay. It's very weird, and I don't know how I feel about the line as a whole. I change my opinion all the time, and the comic figure blog freaking hates it. But I just got a figure today that kind of is swaying me towards that, oh, I actually really like this line thing. If you didn't know, I'm sticking to Imperials for Rogue One 6-inch Black Series, period. I'm not getting a single Rebel. Because the Imperial figures, they keep me happy, and they keep me occupied, because I like the Imperial figures. And I just got my hands on the Shoretrooper Squad Leader, or Scarif Stormtrooper, whatever you want to call him, and I like this guy quite a bit. I think it really, really holds up what the line should be, and not what it has been, because there's a lot of issues with the line every now and again, like poor accessories, poor paint, poor articulation in some areas. It really kind of stinks, but with this guy, I feel like they're kind of redeeming themselves, and it gives me hope that the Krennic and maybe the C-3PO in the same wave will be just as good. I don't have those, by the way. Don't ask for them just yet. I don't have them. And also consider this pretty much a review of the hover tank driver, because they're pretty much the exact same thing, besides different belts and different helmets. So yeah, let's move these two off to the side and look at the piece de resistance we will be looking at today. So yes, this is the Scarif Stormtrooper from Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This is the squad leader version with some blue and the Kama. The captain is a lot of blue and no Kama, and the trooper is no blue and no Kama. So yeah, I really like this guy. I absolutely love his weapon. I love his articulation. I feel like it's very expressive. And it's just a freaking cool figure, dude. I can't put it down. I love it. Another comparison, here he is with the 3 3/4 inch counterpart of the squad leader Scarif Stormtrooper. Same gun, as you can see, as well as the same design as a whole. However, I feel like that the 6-inch one is just a lot more successful with conveying an actual person in armor. I absolutely love the contrast between the tan and the stark white of the Black Series Stormtrooper. Now, I wish this wasn't the battle damaged version, but this is the only actual clean Stormtrooper I have in my collection right now. I customized my other one into the Commander, and I still have no regrets. So yeah, as you can see, they look really nice together. They are shown together in the trailers running in the base. And apparently this guy will be stationed on a base in Scarif, where he will be presumably guarding the Death Star plans. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, first off, I want to look at his gun and his paint, because that just, it's so freaking good. Then we'll go over the articulation, and then I'll just kind of give some final thoughts. Let's do it! So first off, he has this very, very cool looking gun, which is a gun that is cool looking. I really can't say much more than that. It's a very, very cool design. I like the red and I like the silver. It's a gun that is cool. The figure itself is extremely impressive. Looking at the head sculpt, I don't think it can be beat. It looks fantastic. It has some iffy paint here and there, like I think that's kind of fuzzy, and that's kind of anti-fuzzy. It's very weird. I like the little scuffs right there. You can see on the chest, all over, and a little bit on the helmet. I like this symbol right there. It kind of reminds me of the Seleucami Clone Trooper symbol. I love the helmet, though. It looks like a mix between the Kashyyyk Stormtrooper, well, Kashyyyk Clone Trooper, and like the Biker Scout and the AT-RT driver. It's just so nice looking. I love it. I love it so much. His shoulders, they're very, very nice. Very crisp paint. Anti-crisp paint on the chest there, because it's supposed to be all damaged and worn. I like the overall designs as a whole. However, that looks kind of like curved. I don't know if that's a part of the actual armor. I'm assuming it's not, because that side really isn't curved, but this side's curved. That's very weird. I like the Kama. I like the textures on the Kama. It actually looks like some sort of material it's supposed to be. I like the paint on the back, and I love the texture on the pants here. The hover tank driver also has this texture, but it's a slightly different color. And looking at the legs there, the weathering, I prefer it on the Scarif Stormtrooper. As you can see, it's pretty much same figure, different head, different belt. There's really nothing else to it, besides he has a standard E11. So, yes, let's go over the articulation on this guy, because it is actually really, really freaking good. So I don't know if you caught in the beginning when I was kind of saying my complaints with 6-inch Black Series figures, how they feel kind of the same. And yes, this guy feels exactly the same as the hover tank pilot I got a couple days ago, because it's pretty much the same figure. However, it's one of those where it's a good figure to begin with. It's not like the Poe Dameron, where it's kind of the Target exclusive Poe Dameron, where it's just kind of like average, and then they just kind of repurpose it into the same thing, but also exactly as average, like the new Cassian Andor Target exclusive. So anyway, let's actually get on to this. So his head can move up quite a bit with the hinge, and even with just the ball joint. And hinge can move down quite a bit. He can move side to side. Nice little tilt there. He can do a little bit of uns, but the joint's kind of tight, so you really can't do it freely. Shoulders move absolutely awesomely. They can even move inward a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Just a little bit inward. And that gives you a lot of posing options. This guy, it's one of the few Black Series figures where I feel like he can actually pull off a convincing arms crossed pose. And that just looks so good. I love when figures can do that. My standard pose that I like figures to be able to get in is the arms behind the back and the leg over the other leg. And of course he can get it. That's kind of in the way, but that's just the character design. That doesn't deduct points. This is still... It still is a ding 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 in that department. The abs, you can see he's being all... Ooh, I see why they call you a Shoretrooper. You must be on Baywatch, eh? His elbows, they can move quite a bit. I like them. They're a little over, they're actually just about 90 degrees. Hinge right there, like that. Hinge right here, but it is the nice hinge, not the crap hinge. I like that. He can also move forward, and he can move out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just as much as you really want. Thigh swivel, it is there if you didn't know. Knees, they can do the bend. I wish he had a boot cut, but I really, really see why they didn't do that, because look how not easy that would be. He has a down at the ankle. He has a pretty decent upward range. I really like upwards at the ankles, and this guy really doesn't deliver all that well. But he does have the very nice ankle pivot. And he also has the very important detail of being stamped as number 62011. Do you see that? We got to get that nice, crisp, and clear. 62011. That's a spoiler for the movie if you didn't know. So yeah, that's pretty much the Scarif Stormtrooper. There he is. That's a Scarif Stormtrooper. I like him quite a bit. I think he's one of the best Black Series figures. I think he's probably my favorite out of Rogue One so far. And he's probably one of my favorites of the year. I love it. It's freaking nice. And also, I'm biased because Shoretroopers. Just one more time, there is with the 3 3/4 inch one, and because I have it. It's not the squad leader, it's just the normal one. There is with the Funko Pop. I like Shoretroopers enough to even get past my anti-Funko Pop, and I got the Funko Pop. It's pretty neat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That has been my review of the Scarif Stormtrooper Squad Leader. It is in Wave 2 of the Black Series 6-inch Rogue One figures. Also in Wave 2 is Director Krennic and C-3PO, the Force Awakens one. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at this video. I highly recommend this guy. Get it. Freaking get it. Get the Walmart one too. Just get them all. Get all the Shoretrooper. Get all of them. Get this guy because it's Shoretrooper but white and a different helmet. Yep, that's it. Have a good day. Check out my Facebook, Instagram, like, subscribe, whatever. Do it, please. I'd appreciate it. Later, guys. Another comparison I want to give. Fuck. Thank God for jump cuts, am I right?